Alright, so I don't remember exactly where I left off. I think it was there's two places in Birmingham where I went to try to get work, day labor thing. It wasn't long before I realized I was being messed with there. They sent me once to some unfinished apartments that we were working on. There were two guys, they were in a work release, they lived together. One kept talking about what he would do to someone if they hurt his kids and all kinds of things like that. Very weird conversations. And then taking some trash to the dumpster, there was a steel pole. And someone's walking by. I don't want them to think I'm talking to myself. Anyway, in his mind, he wanted to pick the pole up and hit me in the back of the head. I knew this. I could feel what he was thinking. So then he finally made a comment about it, about the pole or something he said. I don't remember. But alright, that was the first. And he talked me into giving him a ride back, which I didn't want to, but I ended up doing it. So I talked about places I've worked before and stuff like that. So they knew where I worked before. Then they kept sending me to these long blocks of houses, unfinished construction work on the other side of Vestavia or Hoover or something like that. First time was me only and one other guy. It was a black guy with a backpack, had a tattoo in the back of his neck. He kept talking about, he'd like to find a piece of copper. So I figured what he did, he got copper put in his backpack. Then after work, they made an excuse that the boss couldn't come by and pay a check, or they couldn't find him or something to sign the paper. So he was going to talk me into walking with him all the way, way far out there to the work trailer to find the ticket signer, which there's no way, because just a few minutes in the heat and I felt like I was going to die. So then he wanted to walk the long way, which is the short way is about eighth of a mile walk, I don't know, but the other way is a lot longer. So we walked through the houses, like cut through the block and up to the main road, where if you go left and go way around, there's the trailer. I couldn't make it. I sprawled out, laid there, and refused to move by the stop sign. We're waiting on a ride. So he starts walking. The ride comes, gets in. The guy left his backpack, so I knew it was set up somehow. So I grabbed the backpack, put it in there, and we'd go and find him, pick him up. And I said it loud where everyone could hear me. Hey man, here is your backpack. You left it. Here it is. Alright. You should have seen the look he gave me. He could have stared right through me. He was so angry and pissed off at me when I said, your backpack. And again, then I was sent later on another day to the same place. This time there was two of them. They lived together, worked together, probably from a rehab, I remember. Now this was weird, something to do with two backpacks, two different colors. One claims that he put it in the boss's office, now they can't find it. Had his lunch in it, now it's gone. We were told to stick together, they wouldn't, they kept left. And anyway, the whole plan for that tape also was to leave me at the end of the day and force me to have to walk back to the trailer. And they did, and I tried to, and I almost passed out twice, guys. On the first time I went with a single black guy, we were only given initially 2 bottles of water, one each, I believe. Had us in the woods. I seen 2 snakes right in the edge of the woods. I feel like I was going to die that day. It was so hot. And so I know that there's the company that does concrete work is in on it, because when we got to this one house, it was unfinished, it was cleaning up, all of a sudden the crew, the cement crew, starts cutting and doing cement stuff. Filled the air with concrete dust. Could not breathe, guys. I went inside. I found one little faucet in there that worked. Dirty water coming out. So I took my shirt off, wet it, put it over my face. I couldn't breathe. I had to walk through the backyard and back out of the area. I know that was for me, and that was an assault. But I know people, you know these things when it happens. And consecutively, repeatedly, yeah, right. Anything's out of the norm and context stands out. You just know. Anyway, there's been lots of different places that I've been sent to. One place was sent with Tri-County out of Trussville, working close to where one of the day labor places were every day. You know, just go and do little things at JECCO owned establishment, little place. I forget, they do something with something for kids. What do they call that? Not just for kids. There's a name for it. I can't think of my mind. I can't. But anyway. Oh, on the backpack. The two guys with a backpack. So all of a sudden, I go to the back of an unfinished house. They had some workers inside there working. Sit down for a minute. And all of a sudden, the younger, smaller guy who don't seem to be all there, kind of crazy, comes and sits down by me. That's when this white dude comes by with a backpack, sets it down, and apparently it was his backpack. So then the other guy meets up later, says, "Where's my backpack?" "Oh, I don't know." So he said, "Well, I'm walking to the trailer, find my food, my backpack." Anyway, that was all bull crap, guys, because at the end of the day, when we finally ended up, the ticket signer wouldn't even pick me up walking, dude, and I was in distress. At the end of the day, he tried to make me walk, which I couldn't. I got very close, though. And finally, I just got in the vehicle when I seen him come back through. When I seen the other two guys in there. But, I'm telling you, if I need to really write this down with a display and show y'all, you get a good idea what I'm talking about. But so the backpacks are what I think is a message to me. You might as well pack your bags, is what they're saying. So the concrete company that worked, I know is a part of it. And I found out later that I think I know the connection here with the backpack crew. I mean with the cement company. The owner, I know how they're connected now to the family of the White House. So in my next video, we're going to talk about the White House, who lives there, the significance there, and everything else. So I'm going to upload these videos and cut this video off. People walking by probably wonder why I'm talking to myself. I'll go into details about this stuff later. Alright guys, thanks. Okay guys, I'm tagging this on the back of one of these videos. Before I forget, it just dawned on me that I probably didn't say. Remember the cement dust assault I told you about? Well, I had mentioned it or something like that, either to somebody or directly on Facebook. I can't remember which, but as a response to that, guys, the very next time I went out there, there was 3 older guys, and guess who one of them was? Yep, Brock. The one related to Kevin Brock, the one whose sister is married, or the girlfriend thereof, the Fowlers. Yeah, okay. Now this is a place way out there. What are the odds? What are the chances of that? I think one of the older black guy, I think he was actually the owner of the company I was working for. But anyway, to make my point, all we did all day long, a small tiny little area that we're building, a little Chinese fast food, tiny little place, you know, all we did all day long was one of us would throw out some dust powder catcher stuff made out of redwood or red bark, or I don't even remember, chips, something, and the other two swept up. When you got done it again. Got done. There was no dust, dude. 3 people, 8 hours a day, doing nothing but that. That was a total mockery and a hacking of what I had already said had happened to me. It was an overkill. It was making fun of me. It was bull crap, guys. Bull freaking crap. That's all it was. So they harm me. If I say something, they try to go back and kind of, in one way, making fun of me, mocking me, in another way, showing, hey, this ain't what really went on. Because look, you know, I'm telling you, these guys right here should not be allowed to get away with what they've done to me. Alright, film ended.